Will be our last speaker for the night.
Yes, good evening, board members. My name is Eric Brooks. I've been a grassroots organizer for 33 years now. I began with Ralph Nader's Public Interest Research Groups back in 1985. I was trained by Nader's Raiders, and I've been doing that kind of work ever since for environmental, social justice, and consumer issues, and helped start an organization in San Francisco called Our City San Francisco. I'm also the sustainability chair for the San Francisco Green Party. I'm also an officer with the California Green Party. So when you say that Green Action wants on the agenda about Tetra Tech, we're not just talking about Green Action. I personally have been working on this issue for over a decade now, both Treasure Island and Bayview Hunters Point. You haven't seen me here because frankly people told me not to come here because it would be dog and pony show time. So I'm counting on those of you that are good RAB board members to prove me wrong about that. On the Tetra Tech issue, that's why I'm here. Because now, after 10 years of working with this, that the Tetra Tech scandal has broken out. The Navy has properly recognized that in the Bayview Hunters Point, they can't pretend that nothing's going on, and they've stopped land transfers. And they're taking a much closer look at that. But when I was at a meeting with the EPA and DTSC about this, I was told, well, Treasure Island is not a Superfund site, so we don't have jurisdiction.
It is a Superfund
site. That probably isn't true, actually. However, this is now a genie that's out of the bottle. And I would strongly recommend to the Navy that you take the same scrutiny to Treasure Island that you've taken to the Bayview projects. The public needs to see a full scoping of all the work that Tetra Tech has ever done on Treasure Island, have that opened up to scrutiny, figure out where they did what testing and how that impacts what you're planning to do with transfers on this site and with what Lennar and other companies are planning to do with projects on this site. I do agree with some of the comments long before in this meeting that because of sea level rise, and because if you look up James Hansen's report from 2016, it makes clear we could get up to several meters of sea level rise by mid-century. Because of that danger of sea level rise, Treasure Island should not even be built on at all.
That's right.
But if you're going to proceed with this, and by the way, sea level rise when it gets up that high interacts with toxic chemicals and with liquefaction because this is a bayfill site. These things will interact and you will get a Katrina type situation in San Francisco in the event of a major tsunami, things like that, and earthquakes. So this is a genie out of the bottle. You need to stop ignoring it and face it on Treasure Island the way you did with the board, because the coalition of people that I represent that's far beyond just Green Action, and Green Action is an awesome and very incisive organization who you should also deeply fear and respect. But I and many others represent a much broader coalition, including people that used to live at Yerba Buena Island, including people that used to live in Treasure Island and left because their family was getting sick. So be aware that this issue is much bigger than one organization sending an email to you. This is now a genie out of the bottle that you have to face and not run from, because we're here now. That's why I'm finally showing up to these meetings. Thanks.